Hey guys, Lisa Kaye Fuller here, and as usual, I'm stoked to talk to you guys about today's topic, which is objections. I think that out of any other business out there, we get more objections being in multi-level marketing and home-based businesses than any other profession. We get so many objections, and it's all about the way you handle it. It's all about the way you deal with it. So what if I told you that objections are good? That getting objections can help you get to signing a person. What if I gave you some tips that are going to help you take somebody with an objection? You're going to be able to figure out whether it's a real objection, and then you're going to be able to sign them up or leave them alone because it's just not their time. Because what's the worst part about this business? For me, it's when I have somebody there and they're not here or here. They say they're there, and I feel like I'm bugging them. I'm calling them constantly, and I don't know if they're in or if they're out. Sometimes they act like they're in, sometimes they act like they're out. Well, today I'm going to share with you how to get them off the fence either way, so you know whether you need to be wasting your time on this person anymore or putting them on the back burner for a little bit. So finding out where they stand. So what are the objections that we get in this business? Oh my gosh. Is it a pyramid scheme? Or I heard it was a pyramid scheme. I don't have any money. I'd love to, but I just don't have the money. I'd love to, but I have zero time. I'm so busy. Those are probably the most common objections that I get in this business. Less and less, though, I will tell you, I'm getting less and less the question about the pyramid scheme. More and more people are realizing network marketing is an amazing opportunity and a viable business. And I think that the fact that big names like Donald Trump and Warren Buffett that own multi-level marketing companies and have said amazing things about multi-level marketing, and the fact that things like the Wall Street Journal, who the company I'm with at Works Global, they actually did an article on home-based businesses and had our company in there. I think we're getting more and more credible. So I'm hearing that less and less, but I'm still going to give you some tips on it. And in general, any objection you get, because people think of some doozies, don't they? Some of the stuff I hear, I'm like, you would never ask that in any other business but multi-level marketing or have that objection. So first of all, the first lesson I want to teach you guys is agree. Agree with people. The worst thing that you can do when somebody gives you an objection is to argue, is to act defensive. What happens when somebody objects to something in your life and you start back talking and trying to defend yourself? It looks like you're trying to defend yourself, right? We don't need to defend ourselves. Our business is amazing. Our products are amazing. We don't need to defend ourselves. It's going to make us look guilty. It's going to make us look like we are trying to defend that product. So the first thing you need to do with any objection, I don't care if it's time, I don't care if it's money, relate to the person and agree. So if someone says to me, "Oh, that's a pyramid scheme," and I say to them, you know what? I know exactly where you're coming from. I thought the same thing. If they say, "I have no money," I didn't either. I get exactly where you're coming from. What if they say, "I don't have time"? Oh, girl, I had no time. I know exactly what you mean. I had this, that, and the other. So first of all, the first rule is agree. Always agree. Because when you agree, now you're on their side. Now they're going to listen because you just agreed. You didn't do what they thought you were going to do, which is defend yourself. You did the opposite. You agreed with them. Now you've got their attention, okay? The second part of this is after you agree, you say these words, but here's what I found, okay? So I'm gonna segue into that. Basically, it's, "Oh, those are pyramid schemes. Oh my gosh, I thought the exact same thing before I started this. But then I found out," or, "But here's what I found." Then you explain. Multi-level marketing isn't a pyramid scheme. Pyramid schemes are illegal in the United States and throughout most of the world. Multi-level marketing is an exchange of a product, not just money, where pyramid schemes are just an exchange of money. So you can fill them in on what you learned, okay? The objection is money. "Gosh, I have no money. Oh my gosh, I didn't either in the beginning of my business." Tell me a little bit about that. Like, why are you struggling? Okay, so that's the other part of this, is you want to get into their story. You want to agree, Validate that you understand. Then you want to ask their story. Most people don't care what you have to say, but they love to talk. People love when you ask questions about them. They want to give you an earful. When you ask somebody what's wrong, look on Facebook. Look on any social media site. You'll see people spilling their guts all day long about what's wrong in their life, what's going wrong, the horrible things happening to them. They just want somebody to listen to. They want an ear. So ask them. So, tell me about why you don't have any money, like what's happening, and let them share that story with you. Let them talk. Be interested. Keep your mouth closed. The next step is you're going to say, I was there too. And if you weren't there, don't lie. Say, you know what? My distributor, my upline, whoever has that similar story, my upline Lisa, always use a name. It makes it more personal. You care about people that way. You're going to say, well, my upline Lisa, she was the same exact way. But then she decided that she was so sick and tired of being sick and tired that she was willing to take a chance. Here's the thing. I know you're worried about money, but this is the third part of everything, okay? So we validate, then we're going to ask their story, and we're going to say, here's what I found, or I feel the same way. Then the third part is figuring out whether the objection they just gave you is a real objection, or if it's just an excuse they're giving you because they don't want to be a part of it. Because what do? We don't want to tell people no straight out. So we say things like, I don't have any money right now. Or we say things like, I just don't have enough time. It's our way out. So we need to figure out, is it their way out? Or is it a real objection? Are they really concerned about this? So the next part I'll say to them is this. So I know you're concerned about the time. Let me ask you a question. Is that the only thing holding you back with getting started with me? Is that the only thing holding you back right now? If I could ease your mind that this is not going to take you any extra time, would you get started? Ask that question, because if their answer is, yeah, actually, that's all, they're serious. So we're going to figure that out. We're going to try to explain to them how the business works and how they can incorporate it into their life and how they don't need to take extra time and how being busy is a good thing because it means they see people, okay? But if they say, well, it's also the fact they don't have money either. So you're going to see that it's not that they have a real objection. It's that they're going to keep objecting with something because they're just not interested. So that's a good way to find out. So if they say, hi, okay, I don't have the money. I just don't have the money. Oh my gosh, I didn't either when I first started. I completely relate to you. Tell me about it. Like, why don't you have any money right now? What's going on? Let them talk. Okay, well, let me ask you a question. I know where I was at. I was so sick and tired of not having any money. And if I didn't do something different, I was never going to have money. Let me ask you a question. Is the fact that you don't have the money to get started with me the only thing holding you back? Is that the only thing holding you back? If they say, yeah, so if I could tell you a way that you could get started or a way to get the money, would you get started with me? Yeah, I would. Then you know this is a problem, we can find a solution. But if they say, well, it's that, and I don't have any time, and I don't think my husband would let me do it, you get the picture, right? So, how do we deal with objections? We're going to agree. We're going to relate. We're going to say, I get it. I know. Tell me more about it. Here's what I found, though. I thought the same thing. And then, is this the only thing holding you back? If I can clear up for you your objection that you're having, if I can find a way around it or make you feel better about it, is that the only thing holding you back from getting started with me today? I promise you, if you use the whole feel, felt, found is basically what it's called. I feel you. I understand you. I felt the same way, but here's what I found. This is real common in network marketing. You may have seen it in books. I put some twists on my things, but in general, this is a very, very good theory, a very good way to deal with objections that I promise you will work for you. It's just going to take a little bit of practice. So get ready with those objections. You might want to start, next time you get one, start listening to what people are saying to you, because then you can start coming up with the way you want to deal with that particular objection if it's something you keep getting over and over. So with that being said, I hope you enjoyed today's tip. Have a blessed day. I love you guys.